What's up, y'all? Entropy here. Welcome back to Freeport Tech Dynasty. It is week 4 of season 2, and we have by far our toughest opponent of the season on the schedule this week. On the road at Neyland Stadium, taking on the number 16 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Um, if there's a game for us to lose this season, this is the one for sure, considering we have now beaten Houston a couple weeks ago. And I remember making the comment in the first season or in the off-season episode, I think it was, when I put the schedule together, where I was like, let's just get through the first 4 games and then roll into conference play with a 2-2 record. Well, we have surpassed that already, winning our first 3 games of the season. So this season has gotten off to an incredible start, and we may have a wake-up call this week, or we may shock the world and take down the Volunteers. Who knows? But first, I do have one quick recruiting thing I got to do. I guess I'll show you guys kind of where everything's at, because this early season there can be a lot of movement in these races. Tavares James is still, we're still going after him. The only school going after him. It's not surprising. He's a low-rated player, but you know, with the 90 speed that he has and the couple of mental abilities, he'd be a nice guy to bring in. He would definitely be a developmental piece, way more so than even like an Antonio Bickley or something like that, where I don't think this guy would play much at all as a true freshman. So he's going to come in and be kind of a development piece. If his elusiveness, like juke, spin, stuff like that, catching maybe can improve more, he could maybe be a weapon for us. But coming in with 90 speed, you can't teach speed, as they say. So that is why we're still going after him. But we're the only school that's offered him a scholarship, and that's not too surprising. Prince Kukwa, we are still in the lead for. Our only other competition for him is Tulsa, who have him scheduled for a week 10 visit. Now, as I just said, it is only week 4. So basically we have week 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 5 weeks essentially to try and lock him up for a commit and get him committed before he takes that visit to Tulsa. So maybe some poor planning on their part to schedule it so far away when they're behind by a decent amount. But it's not worth it, in my opinion, to try and schedule him for a visit, even though I have 15 hours left, and I'll get to those in a second. So instead, we're just going to kind of stand pat on him. Hopefully we'll get him in without any problems before week 10. But we'll have to kind of see how that goes. Well, Visa Vea, we are still in the lead for, amazingly enough, ahead of those Power 4 schools. As you can see, though, his influence is about to... his influence is not moving much, and that's because he just reached his top 5. So we did find his hard sell. It is one that we meet pretty well with an A+ playing time and an A- proximity to home. So I was very happy that he cared about the 2 motivations that we have A grades for. So that was very exciting just from a recruiting perspective. But who knows how this is all going to change. The landscape of this recruitment is going to change against these Power 4 schools now that we're in hard sell mode. So we'll see what to do. We'll see how that goes. I'm trying not to get too excited about them just because I hate to get my feelings hurt. But Anthony Blizzard, we are still leading for as well. The lineman, we are fighting Houston for. We actually have been getting more influence than them recently, so that's pretty encouraging. So hopefully we can keep that up, because he would be a nice add at 6'1", 321. He's huge already and well-rounded, so he would be a great add if we can get him, and it's looking pretty good. And then Alonzo Gage, who's the other guard we have on here, which they're not competing for each other necessarily on our board. I want both of them, but we have no competition for Gage at the moment, so that's nice. Russell Moses, I'm only talking about him because he hasn't really had any movement. Middle Tennessee's not pursuing him too hard, and we're not either because I don't really want him. I know I offered him a scholarship, but that was mostly because we needed edge rushers, and he was, he's a top 500 guy. He's a pretty highly regarded player, but as I mentioned, with him being an edge setter, I'm just not the most excited about him. Where are we at? Ben McClure, I still have the 25 points into him. We finally got some movement, so it looks like we are comfortably in the race for him. We'll see if UTSA picks it up a little bit now that we're on their tail, but not a guy that I'm like the most interested in landing, which is why I only have the 25 points into him, but it would be a nice add. Steven Merrick, a guy I do really want. We are doing well for him at the moment, the only team going after him, so that's good. Kevin Caudill, we're fighting Kansas for him, the corner, 6'1", 179, 88 speed. You know him by now. I've talked about him quite a bit. And hopefully we can keep that up because I would love to land him for sure. And then Cortez Brady, another guy we're fighting Houston for. We've been getting some better influence with him. He has the complete opposite of Ofisa Vea, where if you look at his motivations, his grades, the grades that we have for his motivation are awful. So I think we are better off just, I'm going to keep send the house on him, which isn't ideal because hard sell does get you a lot of influence, but with Houston not moving a ton on him, I'm wondering if maybe we could get away with just doing that. I could try swaying him at some point, but I would have to find, I'd basically have to find a sway that includes playing time and proximity to home and one of those three, ideally conference prestige, but I'm not 100% sure if that is a pitch that actually exists or not. So currently I'm just sitting here with 50 on him. Hopefully we can hold off Houston because I really want to add this dude to our defensive backfield, but we'll see. So you're probably wondering, Entropy, or Matt, you can call me Matt, that's what my real name is. What are you doing with those 15 extra hours? I am going to put them here. Ofisa Vea, we are going to schedule him for a visit because no one else has him in for a visit yet, and if we can get him in for a visit, that could give us a huge boost. But I'm not going to schedule him for that week 5 bye that we have next week, apparently. I just relearned that we have a bye week next week. So I'm not going to do it for that. I am going to schedule him for a visit in week 7 against UTSA. It is a rivalry game. We get him at home this year. We played him on the road last year in that absolutely embarrassing beatdown when they disrespected us by calling a halfback pass while up like 30 points. No, I'm not still upset about it. What are you talking about? So we're going to bring him in for the UTSA game. As you can see, huge implications in terms of recruiting if you bring a guy in for a rivalry game. It will give a huge boost if we win and a huge, what's the word I'm looking for? A huge detriment, I guess, if we lose. So whereas if you typically how it works is that if you look at this, so for example, Memphis, higher tier opponent than us, makes sense. It's Memphis. They're one of the best teams in the American almost every year, including last season when I think they won it. But with them just being a higher tier opponent, there's very little risk. It's three arrows up if we win, only 1 arrow down if we lose, and there's like a set amount of influence that you get just for having a guy visit in general. But with it being a rivalry game, if we lose, we might fall out of the race entirely for him. So that game against UTSA is going to be absolutely massive. But I want to get his visit in sooner than later because we do have the lead for him. And if we can get a big enough boost, we might be able to close out for him before any of these other schools really have much of a chance with him. So week 7 against UTSA, Ofisa Vea, the top target on our board overall, top 100 receiver. We will be bringing him to campus for that game. And he has, I forgot what is his deal breaker. See, this is the one thing I'm never sure about is the deal breaker higher priority, or do I just bring him in for whichever one I have like the better grade for? I'm really not sure, to be honest with you. But I think because we have an A+ for playing time, I think that's what I'm going to do. Or should I do it for proximity to home? I'm actually not sure. I am just going to do playing time. It's the grade we have the highest of with an A+, so that I just want to get as much swing as I can with him. So Ofisa Vea, a visit officially locked in for week 7 against UTSA. And that will conclude our recruiting for this week. And oh man, that game just has a lot more implication on it now outside of just being a rivalry game. We're gonna rock the chrome blue helmet this week along with the white jersey, white pants combo. And if you look over there, Tennessee is a 92 overall. So by far the best team we've played, I think even in this series overall. So this will be an interesting game. Man, oh man, the scenes here are absolutely incredible. Welcome to Neyland Stadium, where the Volunteers are getting ready to take the field. I love Tennessee's uniforms and color scheme so much. And there's Smokey, I believe his name is Smokey. And yeah, as I said, I love their colors, love their uniforms. I love pretty much everything about what Tennessee has going on in terms of their branding. It's just, I love that shade of orange so much. And here come the Marlins. It's by far the most intimidating environment they've seen so far in this series. We'll see if the team's up for it. This team's definitely more prepared than last year's team for something like this. Stadium Pulse, they're the 12th toughest place to play. And as you can see there, that is not the play I called. I called a halfback inside zone for Duke Clark, who powers ahead and gets 11 on his first carry of the day. So a very nice start. This place is absolutely rocking. They're ready for the Marlins here, as that's another 10-yard scamper for a first down for Duke Clark. Little fake pitch. We're going to try and fit it to Watkins, and Chris missed him. He was open. It was just a poor throw. I'm trying to audible, and I can't. This crowd is no joke. As we do get that little RPO flip out to LeCount, who tries to cut to the outside. He's not very agile, but that's a nice play. And we are on the right side of midfield now. Gonna try an RPO over to Watkins. Yeah, they were kind of ready for it. I probably should have handed that off. Nowhere really to go for Clark that time. He's gonna bring up 3rd and 8. I don't think we're in field goal range either. Smith, the man in motion here, as we're looking over the middle to Faison. He's got the catch and the first down. Way to show some poise there, Chris. And it's going to be down at the 22. Oh gosh, that pass rush was pretty immediate. Clev Lubin, I assume that's how it's pronounced. And we didn't even have a chance of trying to find somebody. Nowhere to go for Clark. I tried to just get like a few yards back, and instead I got 0. I think I actually lost a yard. 3rd and forever. The crowd is rocking, and we're going to have to try and convert this. Can I fit that to Smith? No, it's batted down. Corner made a good play. The 2 receivers kind of got stuck on each other. They're saying we can make it, so we are going to try kick this field goal. Oh my God, how could I? Look at the meter. How could I have any hope of making this? Oh, there's no way. Yeah, that's going to be a miss from Bishop. That was insane what just happened to my kick. Ty Simpson is at Tennessee now? Oh my gosh. Wow. That's insane. Oh, we came up empty. That hurts, because we actually had some good momentum there. And the kicking meter got the best of me, unfortunately. That's right, Tennessee. They're one of the teams that is one of the hallmarks of the wide split formation. So that's a little unfortunate for us, because I don't know how well zone's going to be able to cover that, as that's an easy pitch and catch for like 15 yards. Oh, he's wide open. Carter can't bring him down. And Mekhi Sanders, I believe that is, actually had to come over and make the stop himself. Is J.D. Drew still injured? Oh, no. Is J.D. Drew still injured? I remember he had a pretty bad injury last week. I forgot to check the injury report. Oh, he is. He has that dislocated hip, and he's out multiple weeks. Oh, no. And Tennessee loves to throw the ball, too. Oh, we could really be in trouble today if we don't have him. He's the only corner we have that I would feel comfortable with right now. I don't know what's happening, but my defensive end is all the way out at like the far hash for some reason. I'm not sure why. That doesn't make any sense. It's a handoff, and he ran right where Simmons was supposed to be. He did come over and make the tackle, though. The play action. Looking to the end zone. Vic breaks it up. Marquez Vic, the true freshman, out there in man-to-man coverage, and he actually broke that up. What a play. I thought for sure Vic was toast on that play, but he actually was able to make a great recovery. Jace Nolan comes through the line, and it's picked off Dante Carter. The pass was thrown up for grabs. Simpson was hit by Jace Nolan on the blitz, almost like as he was throwing it, and it just took all of the juice off his pass, and it's intercepted in the end zone. What a play for this defense. Play action. Jeez, OP. The pass rush is getting in there fast on those play actions. We flipped it to Brett Lawson, the fullback, and he gets 5. Play action. Jeez, OP again. We did flip it over to Duke Clark, who cuts it back and is able to get the first down as he's swarmed by volunteer defenders. Jalen Brooks on the field now at running back. We'll see what he can do with his first carry of the day. And he gets 3. Keeper for Chris. Can he get some blocks? So he does get the first down. I was hoping for maybe a slightly bigger play, but I'm not about to complain about that. That was a good run. Brooks, nowhere to go. Start of the second quarter now. It is still scoreless. We have had the ball for most of this game. I don't know how what their time of possession ended up being. Chris is just gonna take this himself. Couldn't quite get the first down, but we've had the ball for most of this game, and it is still a scoreless game because we came up empty, missing that field goal earlier. We're gonna 3rd and 1. We're gonna try a little speed option play to the outside. Went right for the quarterback, so Clark will get the pitch, and he gets the first down. Nice run. Let's try a little power read action here for Chris to stay on the running back. Chris with the keeper right up the middle, and that's a nice run for Zion Chris down to the 28. Fake the jet sweep and a handout to Clark. One of their defenders looked like he fell asleep. Oh my gosh, Clark almost broke that. Duke Clark down to the 7-yard line. If he scored on that play, that would have been one of the most impressive runs I've ever seen. But it's 1st and goal from the 7. I want Faison. Faison catches it. No! Dropped it. He had it in his hands and he dropped it. Come on, man. I could almost see it coming, too. I'm like, that defender's kind of close. I feel like he might drop that, and sure enough, he did. Jalen Brooks trying to score it himself. Gets us a little closer down to the 3. 3rd and goal. Crowd is rocking, as you would expect. Wide open is Duke Clark, and he's got it. Touchdown, Marlins. They are on the board first here in Knoxville. Duke Clark running a little slant and made the catch. He got free of the defense, and the Marlins are on top here. Oh boy, Tennessee's got to be sweating a little bit as Clay Bishop knocks it through to make it a 7-0 ball game. Play action over the middle. He's got a receiver, and Paul Freeney knocks it out. Nice play from. That's 2 pass breakups by the freshman between Vic and Freeney on this first half. Boy, I'm struggling for words. I'm thinking about what play I want to call next. Quick hitting pass out to the right side. Brewer and Vic combined for the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5. And here comes some no huddle. Quick hitting play, and he reaches forward for the first down. I don't know why our guys never do that. Although maybe I'm glad they don't, because if they did, we definitely would fumble. But gosh dang it, I would have loved to get him off the field there. I don't think I made a very good play with Nolan, but I did make a good play with Nolan there. He gets through, actually fought through a block to get free and brings down Simpson for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 to play action. Oh no! Gosh dang it. We blew up the run play, and there just wasn't, I called cover 1, so there was no like deep safety on the left, and Mekhi Sanders just got burnt. And it's a touchdown for Tennessee. They answer back in a huge way, and that's extremely disappointing to give up our lead so quickly. But you almost, I was feeling like it was going to come at some point. They were going to hit us for a big play. And sure enough, they did exactly that. And it's a tie game now with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Handoff for Clark. He's got his team. Can he get to the outside? Oh my gosh, if he could have gotten that edge, he might have been gone. But boy, he is, even against a stout defense like Tennessee's, he is showing out still. Gonna be another handoff for Clark here. Cuts it upfield and gets about 6. I just realized Duke Clark does not wear gloves. Has that always been a thing? I guess I never noticed, but that's kind of crazy. That was risky. I shouldn't have done that. I was betting on the linebacker not turning around, but he was still able to make a play on it, unfortunately. Could have been intercepted, but it just falls incomplete, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. I want Blake Smith, and he's got it. First down, trying to stiff arm, but gets dragged down anyway, but it is a conversion. Oh my gosh, right down the middle of the field, it's Clark, and he's got it! A huge play for the Marlins. Zeon Chris dropped it to the wide open running back they just forgot to account for, and we are just outside the red zone. Oh, it looked like he wanted to take the running back, but he kind of, that end really played that play well, unfortunately. It's going to be 2nd and 14. I want Smith on the little out route. Slips the tackle. Can he go? Blake Smith fighting ahead. Oh my gosh, they didn't give it to him. They called him out at the 1, but what a play for the tight end to break free. 1st and goal. We're going to hand it off to our man Clark. Blocking is okay. How the crap did he not score? Are you serious? Tennessee did call a timeout there, so we're going to try and score with Brooks, I guess, who's on the field now. Blocking is still good, and Jalen Brooks, are you serious? What is happening? How are they not getting in the end zone here? Let's try this one more time. I believe in the O-line, and we bring in 2 tight ends into the pistol full. Is this the pistol full diamond or something formation? Brooks takes it. There it is. Touchdown, Marlins. Jalen Brooks comes in to spell Duke Clark, who must be dealing with a little bit of wear and tear, as he kind of has all year, unfortunately. But Brooks scores it. And with a minute and a half left, we're back on top. Minute and a half left and only 1 timeout at their disposal. Tennessee undoubtedly going to be aggressive here, as Ty Simpson takes off and dives down 3 yards short of the line to gain. Here comes the no huddle. Oh, he threw it right to him. Picked off by Wyatt Foster. Oh, I was thinking touchdown, but that receiver was there. I think the pass rush got in there and hit Simpson as he threw it again. And that's his 2nd interception of the game. Holy crap. Well, we absolutely have to make that turnover hurt here. Chris under some duress. No one's really open, so we're going to throw it away. Oh no, the pass rush again. Smith was just about to break open over the middle too. Gosh dang it, 3rd and 21. 3rd and forever. They're out in like prevent defense here, so they just really don't want us to convert this. And I really wanted the running back there, but decided against it. Chris instead going to run it, just get a little bit of it back. Hopefully make this field goal a little more It's 44 yards. I think we missed from 47 earlier, so it's not much better. But we're going to have to try. There's no way we can go for this conceivably. God, this meter's crazy. It's like disappearing in crap. Oh, boy. Maybe? Oh, no! Bishop 0 for 2 on the day. That's going to hurt. We're trying to pull an upset here, man. We can't be missing field goals. The crowd in Neyland is absolutely no joke, though. I mean, they're impacting these kicks. There's no doubt about it. Let's just not give up anything stupid here, guys. They have no timeouts. Guys, that looks like something stupid. What are we doing here? Nathan Leacock, who had the touchdown for them earlier, I believe. And time's running out on them a little bit here. Oh, what is happening with my defense? Maybe I should have stayed in man. Oh, well. But this is becoming a little uncomfortable as they're getting close. They did not get the first down, so they're going to trot the field goal unit out, but it's not going to matter because they're going to run out of time. They needed to either spike that or just go for the end zone, and they didn't either. But that's the end of the first half. Freeport Tech up 14-7 over Tennessee. Should be, 20-7 with those 2 field goals? And it's a darn shame we missed both of them because we could have a multiple score lead. Instead, we've only got a 7-point lead, and I believe Tennessee's getting the ball to start the second half as well. So they're going to have a chance to tie it off rip. First play of the second half, and Tennessee hits us with a quick little slant for an immediate first down. So this is off to a not great start here. I don't know if Heupel's still their coach or not, but I have to imagine that locker room was a very uncomfortable place to be in after that first half. And they keep coming out in these wide splits, too, so I keep feeling the need to run man, which makes me a little nervous because, our corners are okay, but they're just not great. Holy crap, what a play from Wyatt Foster. He fought through all those blocks to get the TFL, and it's going to be 3rd and 10 already. 3rd and 10. Oh, gosh, he's wide the crap open. I think that's actually the running back who got open. But that's a 3rd down conversion. And here they come with the no huddle again. A run play. Oh, and there's no one there. They got us in a good defense for that play to work. We only got the 3 down linemen. Gosh dang it. Straight back to passing now. Ooh, and it's broken up by Micah Brewer. The corners have made some good plays here. Specifically, Vic, was it Franey that had one? He's a safety technically, and now Brewer breaking a pass up. Play action, Simpson looking. Throws deep over the middle. He's got a receiver who is fighting ahead and gets him down to the 1. It's Leacock again. 5 catches for 138. We're struggling against him specifically right now. 1st and goal for the Volunteers. It's a handoff, and it's a touchdown. I think that's Burris. I thought he may have had a chance, but no, Tennessee does punch it in from the 1, and their answer is immediate as the 2 dogs pose with each other after the touchdown. Ahmad Hardy, the running back who scored there, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up again. And, you know, it's demoralizing to give up scores, but they're a much better team than us, so we shouldn't be too surprised. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Pitch play over to Jalen Brooks. Oh, no, the lineman didn't hold the block, and we lose 1. Missing a blocking assignment like that can just kill a drive, man. It sucks when that happens. Oh, God. I don't like any of the options. We're going to have to throw it away. Tennessee's defense is turning it up a little more now. 3rd and long. Bickley in the backfield. Let's see if we can convert this here. Oh, gosh, the pass rush. I don't know if that pass is going to get completed anyway. It's going to be a pretty low percentage pass, but we're going to have to punt it back to that offense that just scored on us to start this half. Oh, you're kidding. Even the stadium buzz is even affecting the punt meter? Are you serious right now? Holy crap. I didn't know that it could affect your punting as well. That's horrible. How the crap am I supposed to do anything? They didn't really set up for a return very well. I mean, we had 3 or 4 guys just running free, but they're getting the ball at like the 46, so it's not like it really affected their field position. Tennessee looking to keep the momentum going. It's batted in the air, and there was a chance it would have been intercepted, but there wasn't anyone there to catch it, unfortunately. 2nd and 10. Handoff to the running back, Hardy. Oh, he shook that corner. Oh, and there he goes. Hardy down the sideline. Fortunately, we're able to get a couple guys out there, but that's a huge play, and they're down at our 15. Another handoff to Hardy. Oh, Foster wasn't fast enough to close that edge off, and he gets 5. It's a little throw to the tight end who was fighting through and gets a 1st down comfortably. He was going to be close, but he was able to fight ahead and get down to the 2. 1st and goal here for Tennessee again. I have to imagine it's going to be a handoff. Oh, it's not. Simpson kept it. Foster couldn't get him. And it's another touchdown for Tennessee, who take their first lead of the ball game, which is kind of crazy that those words just came out of my mouth. We are well into the second half, and they only just got the lead for the first time. Goes to show how well the team has played up until this point. But now the offense is going to have to answer more than ever. Now that they actually have a lead on us, unfortunately. See if we can block the extra point. No dice. And it's a 7-point lead for the Vols. Bickley in the backfield to start this drive. We're actually going to do a play action, and we're going to try and surprise them. Maybe a deep shot to Smith down the sideline? No, Chris missed him. It was a tight window to fit that in, but it was there. Duke Clark's still not in the game. I mean, we must have really beat him up in the first half for him to still not be playing. Oh, the blocking didn't form up for Jelani Watkins there. It's going to be 3rd and 11. This is bad. Maybe Broussard. Yeah, no, the pass rush. A little too ferocious, and their coach really talked them up because this game has been a completely different ball game since the second half started. I mean, we can't get anything going on offense. Their offense is going. They almost blocked that kick. They were that close to doing it. But, oh no, and a big punt return is setting up here. They get out past midfield, and all the momentum is on their side right now. It's a run play for Hardy. Nolan couldn't make that tackle. It's Mekhi Sanders that comes over to make it and only keep him to a gain of 2. It's another handoff for Hardy, and these outside zone runs are just killing us right now. I didn't call timeout, so I'm wondering if Dante Carter just got hurt. And if he did, that is a huge bummer. It didn't show injury timeout, but it did say timeout, and we didn't lose one, so I'm thinking that's what it was. Yeah, Jaleel Patterson is back there at free safety now, so we did just lose Carter to injury. Hopefully it's nothing serious, and Hardy springs another one loose. They're just gashing us on the run now. That's 10 carries for 110 yards, and we are reeling on defense. Another handoff. No one up the middle again. Nolan comes over, makes a play. Chester Kafka injured on the play. That's not good. Dante Carter strained his forearm. Will return soon. Re-injury risk high. We'll just keep Patterson out there, I guess. I don't want to lose Carter long term. RPO. Just wide open receiver. And he broke 2 tackles at the same time, and it's a touchdown. Tennessee goes up 2 scores on that play, and yeah, like I was saying right as we punted the ball, everything has changed in this game since halftime. Oh, Chris Brazzell, that's actually the guy that won Player of the Week over Duke Clark in Week 1. I don't know why I remembered that. But, yeah, it's just this game's been a completely different ball game since halftime. Kafka's got muscle cramps. Will return soon. We'll just keep him. I was going to keep him out anyway. But, yeah, disappointing, man. I mean, not super disappointing. Tennessee's, again, the best team by far that we have played so far in this series, but to have a lead at the half, and now we've given up 21 unanswered here in the third quarter, it's a frustrating turnaround. Watkins on the return. Boy, I thought I may have had a long one there, but no. Chris with the keeper. Some blockers out front. Can he get the edge? He does not, or not really, but Jalen Brooks gets injured on the play. Chris does get the first down, though, so we're now down essentially 2 running backs because we still have had no sign of Duke Clark since the second half started. Marquise Taylor in the game now. Y'all know him from Season 1. He had, of course, the kick return for a touchdown as well. Oh, my gosh, Marquise Taylor, there he goes. Does he have the speed to outrun Tennessee's defense? It looks like he does. He wins the foot race. Touchdown, Marlins. Marquise Taylor, his first carry of the game, coming in just because Duke Clark's worn down, and he struck the Heisman post as well while losing. But Duke Clark's seemingly struggling with wear and tear. We just lost Jalen Brooks to an unknown injury. And Marquise Taylor takes his first carry, 64 yards for a touchdown. How about that? That is insane. And Bishop knocks it through to make it a 7-point game once again. We're not out of this yet. Oh, it looks like Brooks has bruised ribs, so we'll return soon. We'll substitute Bickley for now. Well, I was just starting to feel all down in the dumps about our team's chances of winning this game, but Taylor's got me feeling a little more amped. Oh, that's a big play right off rip for Tennessee. Our defense is going to have to start playing a little better if we want to actually make this count. But still, nice to see the offense did in fact respond after being shut out through the whole second half until this point. Dante Carter's on the field. How is he doing? He's got a little wear and tear. So, oh no, another big run for Hardy, and it's another first down. We don't have an answer for their run game of all things right now. Quick header to the running back. Wyatt Foster picks him up and slams him down. And Derek Simmons injured as well. A lot of guys getting hurt all of a sudden. 2nd and 13 after they lost a few on that play. And it's intercepted! Marquez Vick, the freshman, steps in front of it. And it's another turnover. Ty Simpson has been an interception machine in this game. And just like that, the Marlins of Freeport Tech have the ball with a chance to tie this game up. Their fans are in shock. Be careful, you're going to become a meme if you keep doing that. But man, oh man, Marquez Vick, the freshman, what a play. Keeper for Chris. Blocking didn't set up. Gain of 0. Blake Smith, the man in motion. And I want Faison underneath. He catches it and turns it upfield for the first down as well. Start of the 4th quarter now. Freeport Tech down 7, but with the ball, hoping to get another touchdown on the board. And Taylor gets a gain of 0. Caleb Herring, I believe he's one of their edge rushers, got injured on the play. Play action to Bickley. We're just going to throw it back to him. He's got running room up the side. Puts a move on the defense, and it's a first down. Play action. Oh, no, I took too long, and it's a loss of 11 on the sack. Gosh, dang it, that's a real momentum killer. 2nd and 21 now after that brutal loss. We're going to try and hit Watkins, and he's going to turn it upfield to get the first down. Puts a drag on the defense. There he goes, Jelani Watkins. He's loose. Touchdown, Marlins. Unbelievable catch and run for Jelani Watkins, the transfer receiver from LSU. Got away from the entire defense after we took a brutal 11-yard sack. He gets away from the one defender guarding him and then puts the move on the rest of them for a touchdown. Can we get a replay of this? And then just whoop right around all of them and just runs away from everybody. What a play for Jelani Watkins, and we're about to tie this thing up. And Clay Bishop does knock it through for the extra point to make it a 28-28 ball game. Freeport Tech looking to shock the world today, but they're going to need a stop on defense. Oh no, Jace Nolan missed the tackle. Dante Carter and a few others looks like were there to bring him down, but dang it, I would have loved a gain of 0 instead of gain of 5. It's a keeper for Simpson. Vic couldn't bring him down. Micah Brewer, and I think that might have been Dante Carter again, combined for the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Another keeper for Simpson, and he's kept short of the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and inches, and they're punting it away. Tennessee goes 3 and out. Jelani Watkins, the hero who just scored a touchdown earlier, on the punt return, and there he goes, down the sideline. He's going to go! Jelani Watkins, down the sideline, touchdown Marlins. Can you believe it? Just like that, they've got the lead in Knoxville. Jelani Watkins, 2 touchdowns on back-to-back plays, essentially, and it's about to be 35-28. What is happening in Knoxville right now? Holy crap. The Volunteers have got to be feeling stunned right now, but there is a lot of football still to be played. 5.5 minutes to be exact, and that's a huge play for Tennessee right away, getting down to our 46-yard line. Despite throwing 3 interceptions, Simpson has thrown for 250-something and 3 touchdowns, so he's had a nice day outside of the interceptions, which of course have kept us in this game and allowed us an opportunity to have the lead here. Oh no, how did he not reach for it, Nolan? Jace Nolan was right in that throwing lane and he didn't jump for it. Dang it. Simpson. Holy crap, how was that not intercepted? And he broke free. Who was... I don't even know who that was in coverage. It looks like it might have been Mekhi Sanders, maybe. That looked like it should have been a pick 6 going the other way. Instead, it's a completion for 8 yards for Tennessee, and they're really showing their urgency here. Simpson with another keeper. We've kind of been ready for it, though. Seems like our defenders have been in position to stop that when he's done it. Simpson looking, end zone. Oh my gosh, I thought it was intercepted again. Oh, they're gonna go for it too. Oh boy, it might come down to this. They're coming out in like a power I formation. Why are they haven't run out of this all day. Oh, I missed the tackle. And Hardy gets free and is down to the 6. How did I miss? It's a little speed option. Simpson's going to pitch it to Hardy, but Derek Simmons ends up playing them both and gets a TFL. 2nd and goal from the 8. This is not an ideal situation for Tennessee to be in here. It looks like they're going to try and hand it off again. No, Simpson with the keep. Trying to knife his way through the defense, and he had a lane for a second. But Marquez Vick saves the touchdown. Dimitri Dunsmore injured on the play. That's not good. Granted, it seems like almost everyone's come back from injury that's been injured, so that's nice at least, but still, you hate to see guys go down in a big spot like this. 3rd and goal. This is an absolutely massive play here. It's going to be an RPO to the outside, and it's a touchdown! How? They were so far out to the outside, I couldn't even, tell what was happening or think of making a play. And Tennessee scores again and is an extra point away from tying this up. Who else? Nathan Leacock, who had their first touchdown of the day. just scored that one as well. And if this extra point goes in, as it likely will, it will be a tie game with just under 4 minutes to go. What a game this has been. Holy crap. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a drive of our own here. Taylor gets the carry to the outside and fights ahead for 8. Strong start. Bickley, the man in motion, and we're going to throw it out to him. The blocking sets up pretty nicely, and we're able to get the first down. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Taylor. Oh, no, the blocking didn't set up well enough. Or maybe I should have cut it up sooner. I don't know. Quick hitter. Oh, no, Chris missed him. He threw it too far upfield. And it's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Crowd is absolutely rocking here. Just shy of the 2-minute timeout. Can we get Faison over the middle? We sure can. Chris with a beautiful throw and Faison with a beautiful run at route and catch. And we are down at about midfield. Just got to the 2-minute timeout as well. Going to be a handoff to Taylor off the RPO, and he doesn't have anywhere to go. I want Broussard the third on the catch and run, and there he goes down the sideline, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 19. And we could almost start playing the clock here if we really want to. Taylor on the carry, tried to cut it back inside. Manages a few with 1.5 minutes left. Tennessee calls a timeout. All right, we can't be too conservative here. I'm actually going to call a pass play here. And we're going to see if we can get someone open. No one really is open. Can we get it to Broussard? We can't, and that stops the clock. 3rd and 6. Dang it. That's kind of the last thing we needed. Oh, no. No one's open. I'm going to have to throw this away. 1:20 left, 4th and 6. We're going to kick the field goal, but with them having 2 timeouts, I don't feel great about this. But let's at least try to get the lead first if we can. Clay Bishop. 0 for 2 on the day. Does he have one in him here? He does. It's up and through, and Freeport Tech takes the lead again with 1 minute and about 17 seconds on the clock. Tennessee's got 2 timeouts, though, and we'll see if we can stop them. Here we go for all the marbles. Tennessee, can they get a drive going here? Simpson, boy, what a weird pass to make there. That was not going to go anywhere. Simpson drops back looking. Does find a receiver somehow. I don't know how that got completed. And it's going to be 3rd and inches, actually. They didn't give him the first down. 3rd and inches. There's another keeper for Simpson, and he is going to get it. Ahmad Hardy actually injured on the play somehow, even though he didn't carry the ball. Oh my gosh, how in the world did that not get knocked down or intercepted or something? I have no idea. But it does get completed. And they spike the ball to make it 3rd and 2. I don't know why they didn't just run a play, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Running back sent in motion. It's a quick pass out to the receiver, and Mekhi Sanders got beat. Tennessee up to the line. Looks like they're going to spike it again, and they do. 36 seconds left, and they're still hanging on to that timeout. Quick throw over to the tight end. He gets out of bounds. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Over the middle, it's caught, and it's a huge play for Tennessee. Someone get them, please. With 25 seconds left, Tennessee uses their last timeout, so they no longer have one. That could come into play down the road, but dang it, I really needed to stop there. Now they could really threaten to score a touchdown here now. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, 25 seconds left. It's a handoff to Hardy. No one's there. It's a touchdown. Are you kidding me, man? How does that happen? I know their run game has gashed us like so much in the second half, but oh, how is there no one there? I mean, there wasn't a soul. Oh no, and that's gonna put Tennessee on top here in the last 21 seconds of this game. Oh, I'm so heartbroken right now. Game's not over yet. We have a chance, but we need to. We can't even try and get a field goal. We have to score a touchdown. Jelani Watkins will have a chance to return this. He's got a seam. Oh my gosh. I thought he might have had it there for a second. 18 seconds left. The whole stadium against us, but surely everyone else in the country rooting for us. It's Freeport Tech trying to pull an upset. Do we have Broussard deep over the middle? We do. He held on. We're going to call timeout with 13 seconds left. Tennessee really running prevent defense. They do not want to have anything stupid in their way happen here. We're going to try and hit Smith quickly. Oh my gosh, Blake Smith. What the frick was that, dude? Just dropped. He didn't even get hit. He just dropped that. I'm basically going to give us 2 shots here at the end zone with 9 seconds left. I just feel best about trying to do something like that. Broussard's pretty tall, so we're going to try and throw it to him. Can he get it? Oh, he had it for a second. A flag on the play. Hold on now. What's this going to be? They called pass interference, so it's a 15-yard penalty, so that will put us much closer to the end zone here, and we will have 1 shot at the end zone. Here we go. 2 seconds left. Final play of the game. Chris drops back, lets it fly to the end zone. Caught, knocked around, and incomplete. Broussard had it in his hands for a second, but it is knocked free, and that is going to do it. Tennessee survives Freeport Tech here in Knoxville. Nathan Leacock, 10 catches, 185, and 2 touchdowns is an insane performance. And that one hurts, man. We had our chances. We had the lead at several points throughout the game. And Tennessee just had a little more talent and made a few more plays, unfortunately. We had our chances, though. There's no doubt about that. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking right now. Like my hand is legitimately trembling at the moment. I thought we had a chance. Essentially, I maybe my eyes were deceiving me, but I swear Broussard had that in his hands for like half a second before it got knocked free, and I thought we were about to win it. Ty Simpson. Okay, I will say our pass defense has gotten better because our opposing quarterbacks have had much more human completion percentages. Like, he had a really nice game outside of those 3 interceptions, and his completion percentage was 75%. Now, 3 interceptions is a lot, and it's hard to just dismiss that, but, it's nice to see our pass defense did well, especially because we ran a lot of man today, and their receivers, I have to assume, are no joke. And we did a great job in a lot of spots not making plays on the ball. Granted, we still gave up 42 points, but whatever. Zion Chris, definitely one of his weaker games in terms of completion percentage, looking at a 54% completion, 17 for 31, 277 and 2 touchdowns with no turnovers, though. That's massive. It cannot be overstated how important it is to not turn the ball over in a game like that. And a lot of those were throwaways, but there were some missed throws in there, and there were some drop passes as well. We'll get to that, I'm sure. Rushing the ball. Marquise Taylor ended up being our leading rusher thanks to that one, was it a 64-yard touchdown I think he had on his first carry? Yeah, 64 yards. But 6 for 76 and a touchdown, so that means he had, 5 for 12 on the rest of his carries, so not much to write home about outside of that one touchdown. Duke Clark was his usual dependable self. He was awesome when he was playing, but man, I don't know if his toughness is low or something, but wear and tear has been a problem for him. I mean, maybe it'll get better as the season goes on. Maybe because he's been sitting out all these games, he'll be better suited down the stretch, but I don't know. It's been a weird thing with him where he just kind of sits out seemingly the whole second half, which sucks because we could really use him out there. I mean, he's an incredible player. Zion Chris had 10 carries for 19 and no touchdowns. That includes obviously his sacks, but he had a couple solid runs, but didn't do anything crazy with his legs today. And Jalen Brooks, 6 for 8 and a touchdown. Our starter from last year did get some run in this game, and he did fine for the most part. The touchdown was nice. Boy, look at this distribution in the passing game. Everyone getting involved here. Jordan Faison had 3 for 58. Nice to see him step up a little bit. I know, was it like week 1 or week 2? He was held to 0 catches or something like that. So, but he's our number 1 receiver for a reason, and he showed it in this game. He was very good for us. Harvey Broussard III also did well, 2 for 50. Of course, he had the one on the last drive and almost had the Hail Mary touchdown. Dude, Clark actually had 3 for 46 and a touchdown, so he got pretty involved in the passing game, which is cool. And the touchdown, of course, was awesome. That was in the first half. Johnny Watkins, I mean, what else is there to say about him that hasn't been said throughout this game? 3 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown. It's not a stat line that jumps off the page necessarily, but that one touchdown that he had, oh my gosh, what a ridiculous play. And I guess since we're talking about him, we'll just skip on ahead over to the punt returns. How about it? A 75-yard punt return for a touchdown to give us the lead in the second half. I mean, he looks like a superstar in the making, and it's just been so much fun to use him in this series here and in these first 4 games. Even the season's not even halfway over yet, and he's had so many highlights. Blake Smith, 2 for 40 and a brutal drop. I don't think the drop ultimately ended up really mattering too much, but dude, you got to catch those. You have pretty sure hands. I know you can catch them, but just a disappointing thing to have happen there. Antonio Bickley got involved a little bit, 2 for 16, which is nice. I mean, good to know that he can catch out of the backfield. Eric LeCount had 1 for 16 on his little RPO play, and Brett Lawson, the fullback, even got involved in the passing game with 1 catch for 5 yards. See what oh my gosh, Peyton Kirkland, 12 pancakes? Are you serious? Is this guy even human? He's only a sophomore, but he's 6'6", 351. I don't know what his strength is, but it's got to be high. Because gosh dang, dude, how do you even get 12 pancakes in one game? That's ridiculous. Tyquan Reed had 9 as well. He's been awesome. He's a guy we started with in this series, and he's in the second season. This is his final year. He's a senior, but man, oh man, that left side of the line is nasty. It's awesome to see. Isaiah Griffin also had 3 pancakes. Dante Corn had 3 pancakes. Aaron Fenimore had 1 pancake. None of the linemen credited with sacks, which is kind of interesting. So I guess maybe the guys that were getting the sacks were unblocked. Maybe they must have been on blitzes or something like that. That's the only way that makes sense to me. Let's see. Dante Carter, super involved. Had a little bit of an injury scare in the middle of the game, but nice to see. I do believe he came back, which is good. But he had 13 total tackles on the game, which is crazy. Marcus Vick had 11, and Paul Freeney had 10. And then Jason Nolan had 9. So, again, another one of these teams that passes the ball a lot, did a lot of wide split, RPO, little bubble screens and crap. So the secondary players had to make a lot of tackles, and they showed up to their credit. Jason Nolan, obviously the linebacker, but he kind of kept doing his thing. Micah Brewer and Mekhi Sanders each with 6 as well. So, yeah, I think we had quite a few TFLs in this game. Wyatt Foster, not a ton. Wyatt Foster had 2. Derek Simmons had 2. Nice to see that. Paul Freeney had 1. Another freshman showing up there. And Jason Nolan had 1, which was for a sack, which is awesome. Interceptions, we had 3 of them. Wyatt Foster had the 1 over the middle when the quarterback, Ty Simpson, got hit on the pass, and it just kind of went right to him, which was awesome. Marquez Vick jumped the lane for 1, which was awesome. Nice to see a true freshman showing up and making a play. And then Dante Carter had his interception in the end zone. That was on, I believe, Tennessee's first drive. So, yeah, great. Huge moment to have that happen as well. So that was just incredible. Yeah, just big plays. All 3 of those were huge, huge plays for us. It's just a shame we couldn't end up pulling out the win at the end of the day. But it is what it is, I guess. It's disappointing as it is. It's nice to see the secondary make some plays against a team like Tennessee that loves to air it out like crazy. Even in the absence of J.D. Drew, I mean, they still were out there making plays. Mekhi Sanders was probably his direct replacement, and he had 6 tackles. It looks like. Oh, I didn't even look at the pass deflections pass deflections. Marquez Vick had 2 of them. Marcus Burris had 1. That must have been that one at the line of scrimmage that got batted down. Paul Freeney had 1, and Micah Brewer had 1 as well. So Sanders didn't show up in any pass defense department, I guess, but he wasn't terrible out there. He's only a sophomore, but a 65 overall, so I don't know how much room to develop he really has, but he's filled in nicely. I guess I know now that we have an oncoming bye week, so hopefully JD Drew can be healthy on the other side of that, but we'll have to see, because getting him back would really help this defense a lot. We gave up 42 points in this game, despite all these plays I just highlighted. Oh boy, look at all these plays the defense made and stuff like that. We still gave up 42 freaking points, which is a lot. And the biggest thing by far was just the run game in the second half. We couldn't stop the run. Ahmad Hardy like ran free the whole second half. It was crazy. So that was the biggest takeaway I guess I had from this game was we couldn't stop their run game. Their O-line was opening up massive holes, or guys were out of position, or I don't know what was happening. And then I hate to end on this note, but it does need to be shouted out. Clay Bishop, 1 for 3 on those field goals. That home field advantage is no frickin' joke on those field goals. So it's like I swear I thought I was timing it up well, and then like when the meter would like show where it was, I'm like, oh, that's not really that close. And sure enough, we missed a couple of them, and you know, we lost by 4, and 2 missed field goals is 6 points. So you know, we could have won, but obviously if we made them, the game flow would have been completely different from there. But still, we lost by 4 and left 6 points on the field with the kicker. So it's unfortunate for sure, but is what it is, I guess. Just too much. The Marlins fall to 3-1 on the season as the Volunteers continue to churn out wins. Yeah, I guess just too much would be one way of putting it. I mean, Tennessee is an extremely talented team, but we took them down to the wire. We had the lead, you know, late in the game, and, you know, just gave up a touchdown drive with 20 seconds left or whatever was left on the clock. I already forgot. But, yeah, Tennessee improves to 4-0 on the season, so they're well on their way to competing for the SEC this year, I would assume. And we fall to 3-1, which is better than I was hoping for out of these first 4 games, but it still hurts. It hurts to have a chance at winning a game like that and coming up just short, but we'll sim on ahead to next week. It actually is that did I see that right? What a wild Heisman race. Aiden Childs at 1, Alonzo Barnett the third at 2, Arch at 3, Keone Jenkins at 4. I'm not familiar with that name. And then Gio Lopez at 5. Boy, if you watched, I don't know when this episode's going to be coming out. I think a few weeks late, or maybe it'd be like a week late, I think. But having watched the TCU North Carolina game, that's kind of ironic that Gio Lopez finds himself in this Heisman race. But maybe he's better. Maybe it was just a rough game for him against TCU. I don't know, but we'll sim on ahead. We'll get some recruiting news, and we'll have a bye week, so I'll probably just do the bye week in this episode as well. All right, a number of things here. So Prince Kukwa has reached his top 3, and it looks like we may be in a good position to lock him up before that week 10 visit Tulsa has lined up. Gregory Heaney, we're not going after. Anthony Blizzard has reached his top 3. We are still pulling ahead over Houston, it looks like, so that's good. Steve Americas reached his top 3. We're still the only school that's after him. And Kevin Caudill, that corner we're fighting Kansas for, has also reached his top 3. And then Ben McClure has reached his top 8. We've actually overtaken UTSA, so that's kind of fun. I guess they're not really prioritizing him right now. So a handful of updates, and they all look like good ones, so that's encouraging. Hey, look at that. Marquez Vick, nominated with American Defensive Player of the Week. That's awesome, man. 4 tackles, 2 deflections, and an interception for the true freshman. That's so cool for him. A couple of other teams have scheduled some visits on key recruits. So Fisa Vea has a Week 12 visit lined up with Oklahoma State. So we have got to at least, I'm sure one of Arkansas or Texas Tech will get a visit scheduled with them between Week 7 and Week 12. So this visit for him has got to go well. There's no doubt about that. Another one I noticed here, but it might be a little late. Kansas has a Week 11 visit set for Kevin Caudill, but I don't. They may run out of time on that one. I'm not 100% sure that that's going to end up being worth it for them. And nothing really happened going from Week 5 to Week 6, as the only update we have is for a recruit that we weren't going after at all, committing to Wisconsin. So there you go. That is going to do it for us this week. As you can see, we've got our first conference game of the season coming up the next week against Army. The service academies, without fail, will always scare the crap out of me. Even though we did beat Navy last year on the road, I'm still nervous as crap about this game. So it's also worth noting they're 2-1 and 2-0 in conference play, so they look like a good team this year. So we're going to have to bring our A game if we want to beat this team for sure, even though we just took numbers 16 or whatever, Tennessee, all the way down to the wire. So as I said, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you very much for joining me for this week's episode. Wish we could have gotten that win against Tennessee. Felt like it might have been in the cards, but ultimately we came up just short. But that's okay. We're 3-1. We have a long season ahead of us still. And we look like a team that could really do some damage in the American this year. So hopefully we will be able to do that. But that journey will start next week against Army. Again, thank you very much for joining me. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see all y'all in my next episode. Later, y'all.